What's going on, guys? I got a video here. Like the title says, this kind of goes out there for all of you that are young out there. If you want to watch this video and you're fought between those ages of 18 through like 21, 22, and even if you're past that age, you might learn something from this video. We are all young ones. That famous saying of YOLO, you only live once. You never know when you're gonna die. You might die tomorrow. All those words or quotes, whatever you want to call them, they have some truth behind them. Yes, that's right. You don't know when you're gonna die, and we're not immortal. Nobody's immortal. We're all gonna get there. But if you can get there and, let's say tomorrow you wake up and you're, 50, 60 years old, and you did good things in your younger years, to set yourself up for, a good retirement, or you made good decisions when you were young, you wouldn't be so worried about, when you get there. And, the thing that I'm trying to, like I say here, I'm 37 years old. I was a rebel myself when I was growing up and stuff, but I made decisions that I don't want to say I regret, because we all go through our stages of smoking weed, or drinking out with buddies, making bad decisions. Some decisions are worse than others. Thankfully, I was never into gang banging or anything like that, that would probably set you off for going to jail, or even getting killed at a young age. But my advice to all those, like I said, younger guys that are like 18 and let's say 18 through 22, 23, after high school, if you don't want to go to college, you really don't want that, I didn't go to college. You don't have to go to college to do something good with your life. School is not for everyone. It was not for me. Thankfully I finished high school, and I did 2 trade schools that didn't work out either, and look at me now, I'm a truck driver. But what I'm trying to say is that if you don't like school, in the future you're gonna need money, because you already know by now that money buys basically everything. It's gonna pay for your roof over your head, which could be a mortgage, it could be rent, food, the car you want to drive, your cell phone, everything's gonna pay all your bills. So if you could do, let's say, a trade school that you could do, like, let's say, plumbing, you could do HVAC, you could do electricity, electrician, carpentry, any of those trades that they pay decent, or even some you learn pretty good, you learn the trade really good, that you can make a very good money. And if you go up, you can even make your own company. Truck driving, get your CDL, that's also a good, right now I know it's crappy, could be better, like before COVID. Hopefully it gets better, but trucking is also a good way of making a good living if you get your own truck as well. There's people that go to school, get their degrees, and some of these owner operators are making more than people with degrees, and that's proven. So what you don't want is to be wasting your life. I'm not saying work every day, don't go out, don't socialize, but prioritize your future. Because if you're just living paycheck to paycheck, just spending your money on going out with your buddies every weekend, drinking, aside that drink is not even good for your health, but just spending your money on things that are unnecessary, getting yourself freaking $40, $50, $60,000 cars that you don't even make that in a year. Like I said, I know it's everybody's decision on how they want to live, but in my opinion, try and think about the future, because once you get there, thankfully, you get there And what you don't want is to wake up one day and be, let's say, 30 years old or 40 years old and be like, damn, what have I done with my life? I still live at home with my parents. I don't have a good job. I just don't want people to, wake up with regrets, because again, I get it, tomorrow's not promised, but I feel like if you plan ahead and you actually make it till tomorrow, then you're ahead of the game, because like I said, a lot of people, in their 30s, 40s, some of these people that I know, it's kind of like, man, what were you doing with your life, 10 years ago, 5 years ago? You really didn't think it through, and what kind of gets me mad is that, you try to give these young kids advice and, they don't want to take it. And I get it. Like I said, I was young once, but I'm talking about like I was 15, 16, 17, maybe 18 years old. I was still not listening to my parents. I thought I knew better, and I'm just like, the hell with them, they're not going to tell me how to live my life. But then once you reach 19, 20, you should already have a different mentality. You should be thinking about, your future. You shouldn't be thinking about partying every weekend. You shouldn't be thinking about, all these things that a 15, 16-year-old should be thinking about, instead of thinking about your future, thinking about what you can do today to make a better tomorrow. That's, like I said, that's my opinion, my advice. Get your CDL, or get a job that you can learn something that not anyone can just replace you. Working McDonald's, any fast food restaurant, it's still a job, and I give credit because, doing that versus not having a job or selling drugs, anything like that, it's better. But if you can do much better, like I said, getting a, trade school, like I mentioned earlier, you become a plumber, even an apprentice plumber, not anybody can do that. You'll be making good money, but again, just think about your future, and you should start making changes today. It takes time, like I said. Thankfully, hard work pays off. Like I said, I'm not showing off because, there's always going to be somebody out there that's doing way better than you. So I'm very small compared to other people. But like I said, I'm 37 years old and I have 3 trucks. I'm an owner operator. I drive one, and my other 2, one of them my brother drives it, and I got a driver, really good drivers, so you could probably get your CDL as well, and you do way better than I have done. Maybe you open up your own company in plumbing, make your own company, and whatever you do, like I said, school's not for everybody, but you could do way better if you do a trade, than if you go to college just for the hell of it. Just like I said, that's my advice, and hopefully you learned something from this video. Catch you guys on the next one.